I appreciate you guys so much choosing this option. In fact, I've never done a video where people would have to follow me. I just kind of durdle around, make videos. So this is a first for me. So if you could be a little patient. Hopefully you got your cake kits okay, and that you're excited. So the link for the video will stay up for 2 weeks, and then I'll take it offline. So you've got 2 weeks to decide on when you want to do your cake. So anyways, let's get started. Your cake kit, you probably have a pink box, but I just have this white one. And then so now we'll just open it. And hopefully you didn't get ahead of me and like unwrap your cake, because there's a process to it. So let's try to open it together. So the first thing is your turntable. You'll see it kind of is like sticky. So that'll just put it wherever it's comfortable for you. And then you'll have your cake, so put that to the side. We're not going to use that yet. You'll have your frosting. And then you'll have your cake board. I should probably move this just a little bit. Put your cake board right in the middle. And then you're going to see a smoother, which is also known as a bench scraper. And then your offset spatula. So you might have gotten like a brown one like this or a purple Wilton one like this, either one. And then you got like 3 little squeezies of colors. So just to let you know, these colors are from tubes. I just squeeze them into the bag. I did spray this antimicrobial on them before I touched them and put them in your bag. So this is an antimicrobial that I kind of used on everything. It kills germs in 15 seconds. It's just something I get from my restaurant supply store. And then all of your utensils and everything I wipe down with Clorox wipes. So everything should be pretty sanitized for you. The things you will need to get on your own though is jam for your filling. So most people have jam at home. So I'm just gonna use this jelly from Kroger. So Smith's is one of my sponsors. They provide me with some of the supplies and stuff that I like. These little squeezy bottles I ordered way ahead of time. And then for the purpose of the video, and I just want things to be visible for you, for my frosting I did tint it a little purple so that you guys can see it in the video, but yours will be white. And I just tinted it with this Kroger brand neon with this little purple. So if you want to do that, and if you're brave enough to run to the store and get food coloring, but like I said, just for the purpose of this class, for easy visibility, I tinted it for you. So anyways, well, let's get started. These cakes come from City Cakes. These are vegan cakes. None of these are vegan. So just FYI, I order them like a week, sometimes a month in advance, depending on how big my classes are. So this class was pretty big, and I've had classes in between. So all these cakes were ordered like a while ago, and were delivered fresh today. So they're super fresh, but you can freeze all of this, like I said, for up to 2 weeks, until you're ready to decorate your cake. All right. So first thing we're gonna do, and like I said, hopefully you didn't start unwrapping everything. We're gonna unwrap, and I don't do the wrapping here. City Cakes does it for me, so it's just easy to transport. So the first thing we're gonna do is kind of layer our cake here. So this is your first layer. Now with these cakes, just remember there is parchment on the bottom, so you're going to peel it off like a sticker, just like this, okay? Otherwise, your cake will not stack or stick if you don't take it off. And then just go ahead and center it. If you left it out long enough, it's probably thawed enough to where it's kind of sticky, but if you want insurance, you can definitely put frosting on it. But it's sticky enough that it'll stay onto my cake board. Center it on there. Kind of pat it down. All right, and I'm just using my box as a garbage can. And now I'm gonna just add my first layer of jelly. Now this class is specifically just decorating. I don't go over any recipes or anything like that. There's a billion ways you can fill your cake, but this is the way I teach it in my class, so that we can get to the decorating part. Take your offset spatula, and you guys only need a little bit of jam, literally just a little bit. And don't go all the way to the edge. Keep about like a 1/2 inch border, otherwise it's going to bleed into your crumb coat. Sorry, apparently I can't talk and teach at the same time. So, a couple things with your offset spatula, okay? You're gonna hold it like this. So like this. Sometimes you're gonna go vertical like this. Do not spread like this. It's just, that's not the way it's intended. It's intended to be used like this. It's easier on your wrist. If you start doing it this way, you're gonna feel it, the stress in your wrist. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then the second layer. I'm just using my box as my garbage. Don't forget the parchment. Okay, so at this point, you want to make sure that your foundation is flat. So I kind of have a scawampus cake layer here. So I'm gonna get down and just make sure I stack it if one end is higher than the other to make sure that it's flat. Oh, I'm gonna take this back out again and pat it. Does that make sense? So just kind of play Tetris with your cake a little bit. I'm gonna wash my hands. Hang on 1 second. Okay, then another layer of jam or jelly or whatever, or frosting. You can just use the frosting too, you guys. If you do use the frosting, just go all the way to the edge, because then you won't have to worry about that bleeding in your crumb cone. Okay, make sure you really, I mean, this thing really turns, so don't be afraid to use it. It really helps. I kind of do like the opposite, so whatever way I'm turning my offset is the way I turn out the opposite way. Does that make sense? So I'm going in with my offset and then out the other way with my turntable. It really helps. Okay, that's done. Okay, last is the third layer. This is a lemon cake. It's delicious, it's moist, it keeps forever. You can actually freeze your final cake for up to 2 weeks. So if you want to save it for like Easter or something, you totally could do that. And I can tell you how to do that, just send me an email. So with the final layer, we want to do bottoms up. And again, kind of find the best angle for your cakes so that it stacks up as level as you can. I mean, and you know, this is the nice thing about doing this at home. You could totally trim this even as well. So over at We Olive, where we do it in a restaurant, we don't have that luxury to trim it. But if you're home and you want to trim it, go ahead and trim it. I mean, this video, you can just pause it, trim away, stack it, and then come back to the decorating part. That's totally fine. Okay, so this is our final. Let me get a paper towel. here. Okay, one of the things you're gonna hear me say a lot is that a clean spatula is your best friend. So I am actually gonna wipe off this jam. So I have a clean spatula. Let me clean up all this. Sorry, I'm like OCD where I have to clean as I go. So a bunch of this video, you're just gonna see me cleaning. Okay, we're gonna do the crumb coat. It's a very thin layer just to kind of glue in all these like funky pieces so that you don't have crumbs in your final layer. If you've ever decorated a cake before without doing a crumb layer and you've had all those crumbs in there, this is the reason we do it. And again, I tinted mine purple just for this video. Your frosting is white. Okay, so with the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start from the top. So kind of get used to holding your spatula, using your turntable. We're gonna start from the top, kind of load up quite a bit. Okay, don't be afraid to load up. And then you're gonna unload and spread, okay? What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to push into the cake while you're spreading. I want you to focus on really just spreading that frosting, okay? And it's gonna look weird, it's not done. Do not push into the cake because then you will really pick up crumbs, okay? Load it again, turn your cake, unload it, and spread it. Don't be afraid to spread it. There's people in my class that do this, like really little. Don't do that because then you're gonna be like, why isn't it going anywhere? Really take it out to the edge, like put some muscle in it. Don't be afraid of the frosting, okay? Okay, so you're gonna get to this part. Now you're gonna go vertical and just spread it. Again, do not push into the cake. Just spread it. This is all we're doing right now is just putting a really, really thin layer on, okay? Okay, and then I'm just gonna spread this down a little bit. My cake's already crooked. Oh well. All right, so see this little crumb? Make sure you pick it up and you wipe your blade so that it's clean again. Otherwise, you're gonna be spreading it all over. Okay, so now let's focus on like these little gaps. Just really push that in there. Get into the little gaps. Again, don't do like this little spread. Really spread it. Like get in there and spread it. So I'm going in here and just loading into that gap right there where the two layers meet. And so I won't be fast forwarding any portion of this, like a fast motion, is that what it's called? So I'm just gonna go in real time like I would be teaching it, taking pauses like I would do a normal class, so that you get the full experience of it. You have that technology on your phone, I'm sure, to fast forward it. Okay, so then you guys, I want you to go all the way down to your cake board. So take your frosting all the way down to your cake board. Okay, you're gonna cover that last gap right there between the cake board and that last layer. Does that make sense? So like kind of push it in there a little bit. Again, don't push into the cake. If you see crumbs, like I have a couple crumbs, wipe it off. Otherwise, you're going to be spreading crumbs everywhere, okay? hope everybody is staying healthy during this time. Again, I am so appreciative of you guys opting to do the cake kit and still taking the lesson from me. This is a fun cake design. In fact, I haven't done this one yet for any of my other classes. So you guys are the first. Okay, so I'm just kind of evening it out a little bit. All right, do you see all this extra frosting right here? Do not go into it like this. Do not do that. See how I did that? Don't do that. You're gonna pick up crumbs and you're gonna make a mess. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna pick up all this and make a sharp edge, and this is how I'm gonna teach you. So all this extra, go ahead and just spread it. Again, don't be afraid to spread. Do not push into your cake though. Sorry, I'm saying that. I'm like a broken record. You're just spreading, okay? So you're spreading it out. You have this weird little toupee going on with the frosting. You're gonna go vertical. Okay, you're gonna pick up the extra. Again, you're just spreading it, you guys. It's just a different angle. And then you're gonna see this top part coming up. You're gonna take all this, so you're gonna go parallel, a soft hand, and you're gonna just smooth right over it, just in line with your cake, okay? So here, and you're gonna kinda use the motion of your cake board too. So here I go. See how I pulled it in? Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. My last one. Pull it in. It looks pretty good. Okay, so I obviously have like the leaning tower of Groovy cake. It's fine. Whatever. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so I'm gonna wash my hands really quick while you guys finish your crumb coat. And then we'll do the final layer. I was just checking to make sure everything was like in view. All right, so, oops. I'm gonna mess. Okay, so your final layer is gonna be the same way, except for the point of this is to put all of the frosting on, put it on as even as you can, and then we're gonna take it off with the smoother. I know, it sounds so weird. Trust me, okay? So you're really going to use a lot of frosting here. So, I mean, I'm going to just take my container and really just shovel it out. Okay, don't be afraid of the frosting. It's just frosting. Okay, so I have quite a bit out there. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to spread it out. And you're gonna kind of see how this thickness right here, that's gonna be kind of your guide for how thick the rest of your frosting will be. So let that be your guide. You're gonna even your whole top out to that. Okay, don't be afraid to spread, you guys. None of this, I don't wanna see any of this. Really get in there and spread it. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how my top is. Now I'm just gonna bring this, and again, just try to match that thickness. If you need to add more frosting, go ahead and add more frosting. Okay, for the sides, just load it on there. Okay, don't be afraid of it here, let me just show you. You can use the bottom of your cake board like as a guide, so you're not just spreading haphazardly. You kind of know where your stopping point is. Again, go all the way down your cake board. So this is the only take I'm doing on this cake. I'm not gonna retape it because I don't have any other cakes. So I'm just hoping and praying this comes out the first time. If you see me going back and forth, it's because I'm cleaning off my spatula. Okay, again, remember, we want it all an even thickness all the way around. So I'm just doing this to catch any like weird bulges. So, okay, so right here you can see some cake. Make sure you cover that. And it's because my cake is leaning, so when I'm frosting, sometimes I'm not gonna catch it. So just, if your cake is leaning like mine, just go in with the lean. All right, once you feel good about it, you have to walk away. Once you feel good, just walk away. Because the more you mess with it, the more you're gonna create nooks and crannies that you won't be able to smooth over. Okay, so you guys finish up with your final layer. I'm gonna just continue on. I'm just checking to see if I have any word spots I need to fill. Okay, so the point of the smoother is to smooth your cake, right? Couple things. This is how I want you to hold it. So thumb and all your fingers, I want you to have even pressure on the whole blade. So even pressure, just like this. And you're gonna go in towards you, so thumb facing you, and you're gonna go in at an angle. So you're not gonna go in like this, otherwise you're gonna create lines. You're gonna go angle. And you're gonna go really lightly, and you're gonna think about just smoothing over the frosting, okay? You will take some off, and go ahead and scrape it off, and then keep going. Don't feel pressure that you have to get it all done in one rotation. You're gonna do it in panels like this, and it'll maybe take you 2 or 3 times around the whole cake to get it to where it's good. Okay, the luxury that you have at being home, and now I'm not gonna do this on my demo, but the luxury you have is getting a big bowl of water, something that you can dip your blade into, and heating up that water and using that to help melt down that frosting a little bit. It's amazing. When I do custom cake orders, that's what I do. I actually go by my sink and I just turn on the hot water and just let it drip down. But so if you want to go do that, go ahead and pause it, go get your big bowl of water, heat it up a little bit. Just, it needs to be big enough that your whole blade can fit into it, okay? But for this, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I just got into my smoothing stance, like feet shoulder width apart, pull your shoulders back. No, you really don't have to do that, but I just did that. I just caught myself doing that. In fact, I probably do that in class, and I'm just now realizing it. So whatever. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna demo it a couple times, and then you guys do it, okay? So again, all your fingers, even pressure. This fits your entire cake. So for this first part, use your cake board as your guide, okay? So here we go. And then you'll take some off, just scrape it out. See now how my cake leans, you're gonna go with your lean. So however it's leaning, you're just gonna follow that. Don't fight it, don't fight the lean. Okay, so I got most of it done down here. I'm gonna just take it up a little bit. Same concept, but I'm just gonna do like, let me just show you this little part right here. Okay, so same thing. Just do it in panels. It's magic, right? It's so amazing. Just wait till you do it with water, if you're doing it with water. If not, no, I mean, look, you still get a very good result without water. Okay, so you're gonna have things like, sorry, I'm not used to like my situation here. So this is why I use purple, so you can kind of see it. You're gonna see like little valleys here. These are small enough that I can actually fill it in. You can like, I'm just gonna fill it in a little bit with my offset. Kind of like spackling, right? You're just preparing a little hole in the wall. And then I'm gonna go over it again with a smoother. Just very carefully. There we go, that's better. All right, you know what? I'm happy with how smooth it is. The top, we're gonna do the same technique as I taught you with the crumb coat. So you're just gonna bring all of this in, okay? So go ahead and bring it all of it into the middle. Clean it off, clean spatula. It is amazing how much it helps you. Otherwise you're just spreading sticky with sticky and it's just frustrating. Oops. Let me just even this out a little bit. If you have a weird overhang like this, again, just go over it. And then just bring any of that extra in. Okay, guys. Ta-da! Okay, while you guys are finishing up, I'm just gonna cut my tubes here. So I packed assorted colors for everyone's box. Not everyone is gonna have the same colors I do, but you'll have one either pink or green that's, you know, filled more than a little, and this is gonna be your bigger circle, okay? So if you're not here yet, go ahead and pause it, finish it. But I'm just gonna move on with the tie-dye. So let's see, I'm hoping you guys can see it on the top. But okay, so we're gonna start with our big color portion first and then work in, okay? This isn't, you know, legit tie-dye, but how we're decorating it will make it look like tie-dye. So we're just gonna do, sorry, and I should have told you, where are my scraps here? So I didn't cut off a lot. I mean, you'll see, I just cut about like that much off of it. And you're just gonna do a little circle spiral, okay? Kind of like that. Not really connect, but kind of wanting to spiral. I don't know, can I do this without dropping it? So, can you kind of see that? Kind of a circle, kind of not spiraling, okay? Or kind of not connecting, but almost spiraling. Then you're gonna take your spatula, oops, just clean off my spatula really good here. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it out. Just bring it out. Bring it out. You see what I'm doing here? Just bring it out. I have so much purple on here that it's just kind of, there we go. Think about just spreading it and not smashing it. Does that make sense? Spread, don't smash. little bit darker. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more to where I want it darker. Okay, so now you're gonna have like this little, you can see that? Okay, next color. You're gonna go in just underneath it, maybe like 1/4 of an inch, and just follow the same spiral. Okay. That. All right. My spatula needs to be clean. Hang on one second. Just a paper towel and really get it clean. Okay, same thing, you guys. And I want it to run into the green just a little bit. Okay, clean it off as you go so you're not dragging too much green into it. Okay, and then the last color, game, just go right underneath it. Follow it and go spiral. So, sorry. Yeah, got it right there. Oh, let's move that. Okay. My kid, sorry. It was really random. Okay. Do the same thing. So again, don't drag too much of the orange into it. Just make sure you're wiping it as good as you can. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna have something like this, okay? Can you see that? And now the magic. You're gonna take your spatula. You're gonna use this very, very tippy corner right here, okay? You're gonna find your middle, maybe just poke it where the middle is, and you're gonna move out. Move out. And just press lightly to drag the colors through. Kind of like, you know, you guys done it with like marbling brownies or chocolate or something. So I'm going to smooth it. Okay, and just keep going until you kind of get a little run of the colors. You can go this way too. I just want to make sure I get a good drag. Oh, it looks so cool, you guys. You don't even know. Well, I mean, you do know. Okay, here we go. Our first tie-dye. Yours probably looks better because it's on white. Oops. Mine's on purple, so it looks a little more muddy, but I just wanted you guys to see the frosting. Go ahead and clean that up a little. Okay, so there's the top. There's the top tie-dye. Okay, now we're gonna do it on the side. Lucky for you, you can pick the side that you want to cover. So if you have a side that like looks a little, could have seen better days, pick that side. You're going to do the same thing with your big colors and your little colors, and then you can do it on the other side, however much of the frosting you want to use, okay? So there's my green. Okay. spatula. Okay, here we go. So just be mindful of where you're dragging it to the top so you're not displacing too much of the frosting. Gosh, I'm sorry, my kids are like... The little part is a little iffy. Add some more green right here. Okay, so there's my front. I'm going to do the same thing with my orange. There's my orange. There's my orange, and then I'm going to do my purple. I'm going to do my purple just a little different. I'm actually going to go out beyond it just a little bit. There's my purple. Okay, I'm just gonna clean some of this up here. Okay, all right, and then we're just gonna drag it through. This time I'm using just this edge. And again, be mindful of how far you're coming up so you're not displacing that too much. I'm going to try and finish most of my cake here. I'm really liking this. You can actually change your colors too. So I'm going to start with purple on this one. Maybe I can get it like right here. Ah! Okay, so I just had something happen. And just kind of fix it as well as you can, and then just be mindful to go through that. You'll find a combination that works for you now that you can kind of see where it is. So if you have blue or yellow or pink, you know, I mean, you can play like with the colors. Where it's close to the edge here, I'm just trying to do my best to get it. There we go. There's that. Ooh, I think I'm gonna go green. Okay, now my orange. Ooh. I'm not giving this to anybody. So yes, I just dropped it, but I'm not giving this cake to anybody. You know what these colors remind me of? Mardi Gras. Totally getting a Mardi Gras vibe out of this orange, green, and purple situation. Okay, and I'm gonna run through it. So this is what my third one looks like. I'm just gonna run through it. Just using my blade. Don't need to go all the way down, you guys. Just go right to the surface. Just barely under it. The farther you drag, the farther those colors will come out too, so. Which is actually kind of cool. I'm gonna just kind of keep going. So this one, I just want to show you really quick where I went from center out. I'm going to go second row in, just to kind of get those. Do you see what I'm doing? Second row in and then out. Okay guys, we're done. There's your cake. Ta-da! So you'll probably have extra frosting. You can totally finish your entire cake with it if you want. If you just want to keep the top, you can. It's up to you. But anyways, there you go. Thanks. Be safe and be healthy. Again, thank you for opting in for the cake kit. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you make these, I would love to see a tag on Instagram. It's at Mooly Miller Co. Just tag me. I just want to see how you guys are doing with your cake design.